Hi, Haley.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So I know this is my child's speech session, but I just had her at the audiologist a couple days ago, and the audiologist gave me this copy of her hearing test, and she did explain it to me at the meeting, but it's pretty confusing to me, so I was just wondering if you can further explain this chart to me.
Sure.
So I can understand what's going on with my daughter's hearing.
Sure, no problem. Let me just take a look at it real quick.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so to begin, I just want to show you how sound goes through the ear to the brain, how the brain processes sound, just to further explain your daughter's hearing loss, okay?
Okay.
So to begin, sound is funneled into the ear through this little tunnel called the ear canal. So that takes it all the way to here, which is the eardrum. So that vibrates the sound and transports it through these little bones here. You see those?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the bones of the middle ear. So what those do is those take that to this, which is just called the cochlea, and the cochlea sends that to this, which is just a nerve, the auditory nerve that sends it to the brain, and that's when brain processes sound. So obviously this whole system is extremely important, and if something was wrong in one of the areas, which is the outer, middle, inner, and eighth nerve. I know that's a lot to take in, but I just want to explain those areas to you. If anything was wrong in any of those areas, it would be hard for somebody to process sound and interpret it. So it looks like here, okay, so the brain is obviously extremely important in developing, especially a child's development. And if a child cannot hear or process sound correctly, they're going to be delayed or have a hindrance in their education, their social aspects, and even learning speech or language. So it's really important to catch these things early, and you did. So early intervention is very important. And there's options like hearing aids and cochlear implants. And I'm not saying that your child may need it at this time, but in general, I just wanted to give you some information about that too, that is also an option because it's really important for your child to be able to understand sounds and hear properly. Okay, so, all right, I just want to take a look at this. Okay, it's also really important for like a clear and consistent signal because the tiniest bit of hearing loss can affect your child. So that's what I want you to know. Do you have any questions about this?
No.
Everything okay?
That's
you
good.
Understand? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just quickly draw this audiogram. That's what this is called. On this chart, it's going to show you exactly what your child can and cannot hear. Okay, so let me just mark these down real quick. Okay. So as you see here, I've just copied that over. So anything below the line right here, your child cannot hear or has trouble hearing. So for instance, the y, duh, and buh sound, she would have trouble hearing. And on this side, we have intensity, which is how loud or quiet or soft a sound would be. And then up on here, we have frequency or pitch. So how like high or low a sound would be. Yeah, so, and then again, intensity, loud, soft. Okay? So to explain further, I just want to show you a couple examples. So like water dripping, your child would have trouble hearing water dripping. So that is a very low intensity and a low frequency. So, very soft and not very like high in pitch, it's low in pitch. Okay? And then over here, same with birds chirping, it's a higher frequency and a higher, like a louder pitch as well. Okay? Or sorry, a lower pitch as well. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Yeah. Do you have any questions on this?
No.
No? Okay. And one other thing I'd like to point out, these other sounds that your child has hearing, like p or h, k, some of these sounds are really important for talking, so conversation, which is why it's really good we, checked your child's hearing and made sure that everything's going okay, because talking obviously is really important in learning language.
What are these down at the bottom?
Okay, yeah. So these are just other sounds that your child can hear. So anything above where your child's line was in the audiogram, they can hear. So, for instance, a jackhammer is a very high intensity. So, for instance, like it's really loud. But it's a low frequency, so it's low in pitch. So, but your child can hear all these things, except for everything below this line here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So
where is my child's problem in the ear here?
Sure. Yeah, let me explain that. So, I don't want to confuse you or anything, but I just wanted to give you the full statement of what your child's hearing loss is. So it is a bilateral, which means both ears, a mild to moderately severe notched sensory neural hearing loss. I know that's a lot, but I just wanted to say that term and then explain it further in this picture, okay?
Okay.
So since your child's loss is in both ears, I'm just going to explain right here. So a sensory neural hearing loss is anything that's behind the eardrum. So it's... the bones here. So beyond the bones. So it would be right here where the cochlea is, and then also the eighth nerve, which is this auditory nerve right here.
Okay.
Okay. So anything in front of the bones in the middle ear, the eardrum and all that, that's okay. But it's sensory neural, which means like the brain.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you understand that okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then I just want to explain this a little bit. So just to further clarify, so a mild hearing loss, your child will have, greater difficulty understanding speech at distances greater than 2 to 3 feet, difficulty understanding really quick speech, so people talking very fast, understanding somebody when they're not looking at them. So facial features are really important in understanding what somebody's saying. So those are just a couple of things I wanted to explain, and that's sometimes she can hear those things and sometimes she cannot. But since your child also has a moderate to severe hearing loss, she can hear sound without hearing aids, but may not understand speech without hearing aids. So that's definitely an option you might want to look into. And then definitely not understanding a speaker when she is not looking at them, and actually can become more fatigued after long periods of listening. So I know this is a lot right here, but I actually printed these out for you if you'd like to take them home and maybe even talk them over with your audiologist and just look, do your own research, whatever you'd like to do. So one last thing, I want to sort of show you a simulation of what your child actually hears.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so it's called the unfair spelling test.
Okay.
So basically what that is it's like a teacher giving words and what the child actually hears. So I'm just going to show that real quick. It's very fuzzy and distorted. You might be a little surprised, but I just wanted to show you real quick, okay? All right, here we are. Okay, so now that we finished that, do you have any questions? Or,
no.
Do you feel more informed now that
Yes, I feel a lot better now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, well, definitely keep in contact with your audiologist. Definitely make further appointments. And if you have any more questions, I'm always here. Feel free to contact me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. See ya.
Bye.